welcome to Chaka Quantics. Hold it. Alright, so welcome to Chaka Quantics. Now in this tutorial I'll be putting us through how to measure roadworks. A flexible pavement. Roadworks can either be a flexible pavement or a rigid pavement. Rigid pavement are pavements, roads such as concrete roads, right? Flexible pavements are asphalt and bituminous felt road, right? Bituminous roads and asphalt road, not felt, bituminous road and asphalt laid road. These are called flexible pavement. And in this tutorial, we are asked to work on a flexible pavement, right? Say below is a sketch of a 4-lane road constructed somewhere in the UK, and with wide lanes and shoulders are expected is in the following. Takeoff points for all the entire road. Prepared, assume the following. The road is a flexible pavement, right? See picture. You see the cross-sectional section here. See the cross section, right here. We were told that the overall load length is 2.2 kilometer. The median is 1 foot, right? This is the median here, 1 foot, and the median is made of precast concrete. Where we measure everything for a flexible concrete, and this is what we'll be looking at in this particular tutorial. All right, now let's quickly take a look at study the drawing properly. Now this is the road surface. You can see vehicles on the roads. Now this is the road width, 3 meter, 3.7, 3.7, 0.3 the median, 3.7, 3.7, and then 3 meter. Of course, we are going to sum everything here up. Now if you come to the cross-sectional section, right, this is the subgrade, right, that is on the what we call the capping. That's the natural ground, right? This is on the natural ground. Subgrade, it is 150 to 300 mm thick. Then we have the sub base on the subgrade, then the base course, then the binder course, and the surface course. Now, like I said, this is on the capping. The capping is the earthworks compaction stability, right? The compacted earthwork, right? While the sub base assist in load sparing, load spreading, and can also act as a temporary road for construction and assist in subsoil drainage. While the base course, that's the sub base, the base course rather, is the main road layer of the structure. While the binder course, which it supports the wearing course and also in protecting the road. That is the binder course. It protects the road. While the surface course provides skid resistance. A skid resistant surface and waterproofs the pavement and withstand direct loading of traffic. Alright. So this is basically what we have in this particular road section. And as you can see here, it is 2.2 kilometer. The width here, by the time we add 3.7, 3.7, 3 meter, we'll be having about 20.8 in all. About 20.8 in all. All right, now let's see how we, of course, we measure with the BSMM 4R. I try to, as much as I can, to relate it to the Building Engineering Standard Measurement 4 revised. Now let us see how the measurement takes place, having understood what the drawing is about. Let me make this bold. Now for the purpose of those writing exams, right? Now this is you're going to be given a measurement sheet, right? And then a BOQ sheet where you can prepare a sheet where you can enter your quantities and price them, and then you have your takeoff sheet or your measurement sheet you are going to be given. And this is what you have in your measurement sheet, right? You have dimension, you have times, and you have square, then units. Right, every unit of the item has to be stated. It has to be stated for exam purpose. All right, now also you need to have a takeoff list. if you're preparing exam, even when you work in your office, you need to have a takeoff list so that you know that you ensure you don't miss out any item of work. All right. No. So in our takeoff list, we have general items. We have excavation to level. We have compaction. We have subgrade. We have sub base. We have base course. And you see the application of prime coat. When you come to this section, you see that on the base course there's a prime coat, right? Like you spray bitumen. I don't know if it's I think bitumen, right? Or liquid asphalt or something. The spray is a spray, right? And then you have the tack coat on the binder coat, and then you have the seal coat, like a waterproof coat, a seal coat on the surface course. So these are the things you see in this. You see the binder course, then you see the tack coat, you see the surface course, then the seal coat, then you have road marking, and you have the median. These are the items we have on our general items. Now, why this is important is for an exam situation. If you're writing an exam and you were not able to attempt everything, once your examiner sees this, this person knows what he or she is doing, right? He awards you some marks. All right. Okay. Now let's come. We did treat the general items. Now, in the general items, you see it in the BSMM 4R section 2A.1.1.2. You see contractual requirements, insurance of the work, general items, right? As you think will be related to the work you want to carry out. And these specific requirements, office and accommodation for the contract administrators, you see the code. And testing of materials also. You may need to test materials you want to use. Then you see method related charge for bringing and removing of plant, earth compaction equipment from site, and all. These are all items. Right? Now the next item here is excavation to level, excavation and filling, as the case may be. Now this is excavating and filling. Of course, we were not told, right? Well, of course, we just think, okay, we need to clear the site. We need to clear the site. There may be some cut and fill to do. This is what you are bringing into your solution. It is not there, but you are bringing it in. You didn't have measurement quantities, dimensions for the ball. You're just bringing up something. All right. Now we have to clear the site, vegetation, and other growth, and dispose off site. Of course, we know clearing is an area item, length times breadth. What is the length? 22. It is 2.2 kilometer, right? Which is 2,200 meters, right? Which is 2,200,000 millimeter. Now see it here. Let me try something here. Okay, let me do it here. This is 2.2. 1,000 meter is 1 kilometer. So this is 2,200 meter times 1,000. This is millimeter. So that if I divide by 1,000, coming back to meters. Alright, I hope the conversion is clear. Let me write it here. 1 kilometer equals 1,000. These are the things also your examiner wants to see how you do them. Alright, so you have to be very much conversant with this. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meter. If 1 kilometer, what is 2.2 kilometer? 2.2 kilometer will be 2.2 times 1,000. 2.2 times 1,000, right? So if I want to take this to millimeter, right? Because it has to be in millimeter, multiply by 1,000, because 1 meter, 1,000 millimeter is 1 meter. Let me put it here. Also, 1,000 millimeter equals 1 meter. Alright? If 1,000 millimeter is 1 meter, I have 2,000 meter. So that I said what will now be 2,200 meter, which will be 2,200 is equal to 2,200 times 1,000. That will give me this. This is what I have here. Alright. this is clear. This is in millimeters now. This is in millimeters. That's what I have here. Because if you're working on your takeoff sheet, it has to be in millimeters. Your rough calculation has to be in millimeters, but your dimension has to be in meters. Please take note. Your dimension has to be in meters. It has to be in meters. Alright. So maybe I'll just come and do everything outside here. It has to be in meters. So please let us take note of. So this is the length, right? 2,200,000 millimeters, right? Maybe workspace, right? I add workspace, maybe 600 on both sides, because definitely you're clearing with a bulldozer, you're clearing a large expanse to give you much space. However, the BSMM4R does not allow for workspace. Its workspace is supposed to be built into your rate, into your excavation rate, right? You are going to see how I did that. I just put in some, because definitely there's going to be space to work. However, see, when I entered it, I didn't enter 2.2012 or 2.22012 meters. No, I entered 2,200 meters, which is the exact length, because I didn't put working space. A working space should be allowed for inside my rate. Please take note of that. Right? Then the width of the road is 3 meter plus 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 3 meter plus 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 3. That gives me 21.1. This is 3 plus 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 0.3 plus 2 plus 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 3. That gives me 21,100. Alright, so that's what I have here, 21,100. If I add waste, it gave me 22,300. So this is my site clearance. Now in measurement, you can combine two items that are the same, that have similar measurements, but of course the description might be different, might be the same, might be different. Take for instance, I said and site preparation, removal of topsoil, it goes with this same measurement, and compaction of prepared surface, it goes with this measurement. Now you see I've joined three things here, but of course their codes are different. It tells the examiner this person knows this what he is doing. If I want to separate them, this one I repeat it, I am still right. Nobody's going to penalize me. But just to tell your examiner that you know what you're doing and you know how to combine these things together. Alright? Okay. Now let's go. That is under excavating and filling. Then also we were not told whether we were not given drawing for bulk excavation, cutting and filling as the case may be. But I'll make another video separately on that, because you might also have that in your exam. Now, excavation to reduce level, like cutting, including cutting and filling. Now, we only allow because we don't know. You don't want to leave it blank, so allow for, you don't want to apply a sum for it in your BOQ. Allow for cutting to reduce level not exceeding 2 meter, following the BOQ specification. It is 1.5. Of course, this is one by excavation is 1.5 in the BSMM4R. 1.5.6.1.2. You can trace it out in your BSMM4R. Now allow for excavation of pipe drain. This pipe drain is in the drawing. Is here. See it here. But we're not giving any details about it. But we know the length. Alright, so we just allow for it also. Alright, so that is that about excavating and filling. This is the quantity. Right, both excavating and filling, both topsoil, site preparation, removal of topsoil, and compaction of roots of it. This is it. Alright, now let's go to the next item. If you see now, we are done with this. We are excavation and filling, compaction. Now we want to do the road properly. Now we have road and pavings. It is 2T on the BSMM4R, 2T. Then we have the subgrade. Alright, this is road and pavings. You see it in the BSM4R, subgrade type 1 unbound mixtures. When you go to see in subgrade, there are unbound mixtures like mixture of coarse aggregate though. Right, you can check out the video on YouTube. Coarse aggregate, right? That's a subgrade. Okay, of course it is going through the whole length of the road. We have to look at this very critically because it's something I'm going to explain here according to this section. Right? This is the total road. Of course, if I add this and I add this, right? But this is the total length of the road. This is what we are working on. Remember, we did not allow for any working space, so this is what we are working on. 2.2. Now, the width of the road. The width of the road is 21,100, 600, 600. How did we arrive at this 600, 600? Now let's come to this section, this cross section. Now you see it here. This is the subgrade, right? And this is the binder course. You see the base course is a little wider than the binder course. The sub base is a little wider than the base course. Why the subgrade is a little wider? Now I made an assumption. Now let's say this is from here. This is 200, 200, right? This one will be 200 plus 200, 200 plus 200. So this will be 200, 200, 200, which is 600. So that is what this is, wider width, right? Because this is what we know. This is what we know to be 21.1, which is this surface here. Which is this surface here. Please, I hope it's clear. Just go over the video again. You are going to understand it better. All right. Okay. So if this is, let's say this is beyond by 200 here, 200 mm here. This is by 200, 200. Because if see this place here, this is 300 mm. Right. So you can actually ratio it out. If that is 300, let's say this is 200. So that is what happened here. So we're doing the subgrade, which is this. So this is 2100. This is the width of the road, which is what we are seeing here. This is this from here to here. Alright, so we add 200, 200 to get the subgrade because we are starting from the bottom to the top. So that is why you see 600 here on this side, 600 here on this side. So we have this to be 2.3. If I multiply out, this is what I have. The same thing for the sub base. Sub base maximum thickness not exceeding, because we are given this is not exceeding 100 and 300, it is there. This is here. This is this is where we are now, 100 to 300 mm. All right. The same thing. Assumption here. We see there's increased width on both sides, right? But now I have done this. I am here. So 200, 200. That gives me the width from here. Say 400 here, 400 at this point. So that is how I got here. 2100 plus 400 plus 400. That gives me 21.9. If I multiply out, I arrive at this. Now the base course. This is the base course, right? So let's say this is what we know, 21.1. Say by 200 here, 200 here. That is why you see it here. It is just 200, 200. So I have 21.5. That gives me this. Alright. Now, having done that, on the base course there's a prime coat. On the base course there's a prime coat. Right? Now, application of prime coat and application of prime coat on base course. You see, I merged two of them together. This is it here. Instead of me trying to repeat this measurement for application of base course, I just put them together with and. Alright, and now the binder course. The binder, is it binder coat or binder course? it is binder course, O-U-R-S-E. The binder course also is the same thing. Now if you look at the BSMM 4R, it is bituminous bound pavement hauled through the asphalt binder course maximum. We know the thickness already. Now this is the BSMM code, and application of tack coat on binder course, right? This is it. The binder course is the exact. If you come here, this is the binder course, right? So that's why you have 21.1. Right. Then the next is the surface course, which is the one on top. And the surface course is quite different. If you could look at it from this cross section, see the way it is chamfering to this side, right? It is not as straight as the others. Alright, now so if you come here, this is road width. Surface course of bituminous bound pavement hauled through asphalt surface course maximum. This is the BSMM 4R reference, so you can actually check on it. This is the road width, right? Now we have to less the median, because here we already have the median. We already have the median on it, so we have to less the median from there. Okay, then this is the effective width. Now the divide by 2, because we have one on this side, we have one on this side. It is 10,400. See, this is chamfer to enable proper drainage. C section. Let me put it in red. C section. Of course, for me to arrive at this, I have to use Pythagoras. Of course, I will still be arriving at almost the same thing. This is 10.4. This is 10.4. 10,400. 10,400. Right, so if you use Pythagoras, I'll still be arriving at this 10.4, because this is quite small. This is 50 mm. How do I know it is 50 mm? Now see this section here. It says surface course 25 to 50 mm. 50 mm. So the highest part of it is 50 mm. That's what I just used. Alright, so to avoid unnecessary guesses, 50 mm here. Alright, so we arrive at this. So if I apply it here, that is 10.4. It is 2.2 times 10.4 for one side, multiplied by 2 for two sides. This is the surface course. Now, for having done that, right, now we have the ancillaries, road marking. If you come here, you see, having done that, you see road marking. Of course, I already explained that is an application of seal coat. I hope I have that there. And application of seal coat on surface course, right, which is this. Alright, the ancillaries, we have road marking. Road marking is white intermittent broken lines. That is the BSMM 4RS reference. On, let's just give it another, on surface course, right, let's give it, make it okay, on surface course, right, is in linear meter. I have it on 2, I have it on both roads. Is how many markings are there? 1, 2. Alright, so that's why I multiply by 2. This is the length, total length of the road. Now there's a median, and the median is a precast concrete. See this section here, 1.12. Precast concrete on the BSM4 is 1.12, section 1.12. So median, precast concrete, this as road divider. I didn't put this. I will put this 1.12 dot. I don't have my BSMM4R here. Okay, you've put that on yourself. I don't have my BSMM4R here, so you check it and put the code. Describe this is this, and as road divider. Alright, so how many numbers? I have, see, we're told that, see it here. This is where are you? Yes. Okay, see it here, 2.5 by 0.8 by 0.3. Alright, so where it is precast. So 2.5, and we have a total length of 2,200 meter. So how many am I going to have? So 2,200 divided by 2.5. That will tell me how many we are going to have. So that's what I did here. divided by 2500. Alright, that gives me 880. I brought everything to millimeter. 880. So total number is 880. Alright, so I try as much as I can to prepare this sheet according to what you have on your takeoff sheet that you are going to see in your exam. HRO is writing a test for professional competence examination. Right, so this is the measurement for the road. Now I want to prepare the BOQ because the question says prepare a detailed bill of quantity. This is the takeoff. This is the first, this is the takeoff, and this is the bill of quantities. So let me make this bigger. Alright, now you see this code. When you get your answer sheet, alright, for those writing the TPC, you're going to see this space here. So it's for you to enter your code. Why this is the serial number of the items you are working on. Alright, now everything I did in the measurement, I want to bring into the bill of quantities. Alright, say for instance, general item. I have general item, they are all item. See, these sums here are not correct. Of course, when you're writing on it, they're not expected to put a correct figure. Just allow, right? Reasonably. Alright, that's what you expected to do. So everything there. Now, excavating and filling, which is what we did here. If you come here, this is it here. All the quantities are here. Excavating and filling. Clearing of sites. This is a total square area. At 650 naira, this gives us this. The same thing, site preparation, of course, we know by now, we know how to prepare BOQs. But in this case, you're not using Excel, you're using paper. So you need to practice it. If you're used to Excel, you need to practice the paper again. Because you're not using Excel in your exam, you're using paper. So you need to take note of that. Site preparation, of course, we said they are the same thing, if you remember. We said and even compaction of prepared surface. This. Then allow for reduced. What was it? Cutting and filling. We don't know, but we need to allow. You see, I put a sum. Then for pipe drain, I put a sum. This gives me. I collected it for page 1. Now, why I did this is because, I'm working on Excel. I could have put everything here on one page, right? But if you're using paper, this might just be your one page. So you need to collect. Page 1 to collection. Now, road pavings proper. Now the road. With this subgrade, if you remember unbound mixtures, this is the quantity. Let me link it. Sub base. Let me link it. That is subgrade. Let me link the subgrade. Okay, this is the proper. Then this is the sub base. It's not linked. Let me link it. It will be easier that way. Sub base. Okay. Then the base course also. Let me link the base course. Better. Then which other one is there? The binder course. Then what else did I not link? Surface course. Oh, okay. Then this is the primer coat. Okay. Alright, okay. Now let's come here. This is the subgrade. This is what we measured before. If you come here, remember, we're just preparing the BOQ here. This is the subgrade. Right? The same thing here. This is the sub base. These rates are not real. They are not true rates. Please take note. Base course. We have this. Now the same thing for the binder course. You see, I just put the description. Right. Okay. I'm working on the BOQ. This should be not exceeding. Right? On the BOQ you write in full maximum thickness. So write in full on the bill of quantity, not exceeding, right? Maximum thickness, please not exceeding. All right, the same thing, all of them, please write in full. I don't take too much time on that. All right, between us bound, the same way it is there. I just give it the proper description, write in full. This is road. Right, this is the rate, this is the quantity. The same thing for the surface course. And everything I have there, I just bring them down to this bill of quantity. These are the quantities we measured at this point here, and I just put this rate. Now for the surface course, and this is a prime coat, this is the application of tag coat, this is the application of seal coat, and then the ancillaries. These are what we have for the road and pavings. Now this is the total page 2 collection. Now this one is for precast concrete, right? Precast concrete, whatever. Okay, thank you. I have this here. Let me go and put it here. Precast concrete. Thank you. Let me put it here. This is the code for the precast. I know I wrote it somewhere. Alright, so let's come back here. So this is what we have. 818. Oh, this is number, please. This is number. That's anything, the BOQ number. 880 numbers times this per 1. That gives me this. So now this is how you do. This is collection of page 1, page 2, page 3. Right, this is total construction. This is so total. Right, let me bring them here. Alright, then I add VAT. This is total construction cost. So this is the detailed BOQ you are asked to prepare, but without the measurement sheet you can arrive at the detailed BOQ. So you need to understand how the measurement is done. Alright, now let's do what we call bracket. Now because I'm using Excel, let me show you what bracket means. Bracket means if you're doing by hand, after you're done with one measurement, you close it out. Let me use something like this. I'll bracket this one out. Road pavings or whatever. This and this, I close it out. Then this is base course, this and this, I bracket it out. Binder course, this and this, I bracket it out. Surface course, this and this, I bracket it out. Ancillaries is this. When I'm done, I bracket it out. Right, I put my bracket. Precast concrete, when I am done, so when you see this, just see it as bracketing. Like when you're working on, if you're using if you're doing measurements by hand, you bracket. You know what bracket means as a QS. Alright, so this is basically the measurement and then the bill of quantities for this particular flexible pavement. I hope this helps you. I did it. A B C D E F. Good. Okay, great. I hope this helps you. Especially you that are preparing for your exam, and those of you in professional career already, right? And you're working on roads. I hope this helps you. This is just part 1. Part 2 will be on cutting and filling, right? The earth balancing. That's what the part 2 is going to be based on. I hope this helps you in your career, in your exams, and in your professional practice. This is Chaka Quantics. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.